Hello everybody, welcome back to Vintage Story, episode 15. And last episode, smithing really is what it is, using the forge and the copper anvil. And I also got myself a quern. A quern is how you grind materials into like powder, supposedly. And here's the funny thing, I could have had a quern for a minute, save for the fact that I needed a chisel. I have two chisels and one I'm going to turn into a soldering tool. I do have a full-fledged door now. I have some tool racks, and I have two wooden trunks, which are actually a little bit more spacious as far as storage space goes. This episode, what am I going to try to do this episode? Oh no, a light temporal storm is imminent. Yep, okay, so we are within a temporal storm, but thankfully, I think I'm okay. I don't have a roof, so technically speaking, I don't know if shivers have a jumping height that they can jump over. Oh, no, I'm not safe. Okay, I spoke too soon. No, I said, no, I can't, no, get out of here. You jumping over? Okay. Oh, okay, I think it's over. I think it's done. The sand, now you stay out of there. You jumping over anyway? Done with your shenanigans. How did you do that much damage? A temporal storm. I'm glad we don't have that in real life. Can you imagine that? We just have like a storm and you think it's just a normal rain cloud, and all of a sudden you get like big spider creatures and like little golems running around causing havoc. Is it snowing? Hey, y'all, it's snowing, which means that it's fall, which if it's snowing, that means that crops are going to be harder and harder to come by. Oh, I need linen. How do I get linen? Linen you get... Alright, I need flax twine. We'll need slate for sure. Jon Snow says winter is coming, or somebody did from Game of Thrones. I didn't watch the series, unfortunately, not that much. I don't know who said it. I just know that somebody said it. Oh, my character is shivering. I didn't even think about that. I need clothes. Hang on, do I not have any like hide or anything? Any like raw hide? Can I stand close to a fire and they're like not shivering? Ow! Turns out gravity is very harmful. If you or a loved one have been affected by gravity, you may be entitled to some compensation. I broke one of my picks. Lead ore. Whoa, wait. Lead. Yes. All right, it's time to go home. Galena nuggets. Yeah, that's more lead right there. Mature pear tree stem. Must experience 250 game hours below 2 degrees Celsius in cold season to bear fruit in the following year. Ah. Yep, what we got here? More lead ore. Nice. It says smelting temperature is 1350 degrees Celsius. Charcoal will only go up to 1300, so even then I won't be able to do anything. Smelting high melting point ores. Some ores such as quartz, iron ore, and meteoric iron, they have high melting points that cannot be reached using a simple crucible. These will have to be smelted in a bloomery plus chimney. Okay, bloomery. What is a bloomery? Okay, so fireclay brick. We need fireclay bricks. How do we get fireclay? Fireclay is found naturally in areas of bauxite, granite, sand, or gravel in small patches at the surface. It can also be crafted by combining red or blue clay with powdered flint. Okay, how do we get powdered flint? Do we get... Yeah, powdered calcined flint. So we found something useful for flint then. Okay, let's take our flint and get some calcined flint. Created by cooking. So I will need charcoal. All right, we got it to 1,000. All right, we got calcined flint. Let's go get some clay. It is day. All right, so red clay. So we got powdered calcined flint. I don't really see much of a point in not getting as much as I can. Need more flint. Let's go ahead and get some more flint. Not before I do something else. We got as many roof pieces as we can, at least from what we got from that haul. Sun's already going down again. I noticed that the days are not lasting as long. All right, we're getting some more powdered calcined flint. All right, I got fireclay, and I can actually make it into a fireclay oven. Here's my question. How do we get fireclay bricks? I looked, and apparently you get it by crafting it. We'll make a dozen bricks. 12 raw fireclay bricks, and we have to make a pit kiln, which is something I can definitely do. Cool. So I can actually have them all in one pit kiln. So I'm going to let that go. I could check on my old farm. Thankfully, even though this is not a place that I can reside in anymore, I can at least collect a bunch. We got quite the bit of seeds now. Let's go ahead and bring them back. It is dawn. Dawn has arrived, and we now have 12 fireclay bricks. We have a bloomery base. I did not plan this, but I have the perfect amount for a chimney. We could have our bloomery right here. So it has 3 quartz chunks and add fuel. 4 pieces smelt into 2 glass. Get ourselves some fuel. We'll use some charcoal. We're actually getting pretty low on it. Let's ignite it. I don't seem to be able to do anything here. I'm not sure how long this takes. Goat is fighting back. Got him. Raw red meat. We got raw hide. Raw carcass. Get a bunch of bones, and that can be ground into bone meal. Supposedly you can find fire clay in the ground. I could not do that, so I instead just went with what I had. We got 2 glass. How do I get the... Hang on. Okay, so I found out that I have to just break the bloomery. But we got some hot glass there. 850 degrees Celsius. I probably don't need to be touching that right now. Thankfully, we didn't lose too many clay bricks. We got 9, so we get some back, but we don't get to use all of it. So bone meal, fertilizer, and something I realized with glass, not just windows, but we can use it for a greenhouse, because now I think about it, crops are going to have a hard time growing out here. You're sitting by the fire, warming our hands up. Heh, you missed me. You can't get me. You can't get me. You suck. Alright, we got 2 spears. Good. We could probably make a 3rd one. We have some good game here. It's charging. Honestly, I'll take it. If you're coming my way... Got him. Yeah, it's a female caribou. They don't have antlers like the male caribou. We got 19 raw red meat. We can make that into a good couple of meals. Let's ground all the stuff into bone meal that we can. Growing stunted due to cold. Only yields for 50% of produce. Oh, so I didn't get linen, which is fine. We'll go ahead and get all this as well. And I'll add this roof to the roof that I am working on now. Well, I am cooking my meals. I'm about to start starving. It is getting cold out. I am going to need to start looking into winter preparation, and part of that I believe is making greenhouse. Thankfully I figured out how to make a bloomery. Hunting I've gotten pretty good at. You probably want more than 1 spear. Hope y'all have enjoyed, and I'll sing y'all a song as I exit. See y'all next time. Bye bye.